Welcome back to another episode of Coffee Meets Vodka. I'm your host, Raya, and I'm handling life one shot at a time. Sit back, relax, let's talk all things pop culture, celebrities, gossip, trends, and let's become best friends. What? I'm just saying what everyone else is thinking. Welcome back, guys. I'm so excited. I have a guest with me today. We have Omar, and he's a gay.
Yes, I am. I'm very well and aware.
That's just his title, Omar, a gay.
A gay. And I remember when you texted me and you were like, "What's your last name?"
Oh yeah, no, I do hate that. You were like, just put in. I was like, no, thanks. But yes, before we get into that, I'm so excited to have him here. We're gonna dish about our weekend. I met him at a Halloween party and all that good stuff. But be sure you are following Coffee Meets Vodka anywhere you get podcasts, on YouTube and Apple, Spotify, Google Play, Android users, Amazon. I don't know. It's anywhere you get podcasts. Follow, rate, subscribe, share with your friends. Tag me and your stories at coffee.meetsupvodka. Also, you guys have really tried to up my TikTok game. And Omar has helped me over the last 2 days, to be honest. So please follow at coffee.meetsupvodka on TikTok as well. Before we get into today's stories, we have a Brews and Booze today. We are going to do Betty Brews again. No. We're going to do Betty Booze again, which is Blake Lively. I know she kind of had a moment and, but now she's laying low and it is what it is. So we're going to do that now.
Dude, it's my first time. I'm like so excited. I've never had this. And when I cracked it open, I was like, wow, this is like not super sweet at all.
Yeah, we did the Betty Booze tequila and lime. This is tequila and, with oak smoked lemonade. I'm sorry, it's so good. Like the lime, tequila lime, the green one, we gave it a 5. So let's see if this one can keep up.
All right, cheers.
Yeah, Chris. Cheers.
Cheers,
queen. That's good.
My thing is, I hate overly sweet drinks and like overly powerful drinks.
I do too.
And this is like a very good in between. Like a vodka cran is like too sweet, and like most of these drinks nowadays are too sweet.
So sweet.
This is like a good in between.
Definitely taste the smoke. Smoky lemonade, oak smoked lemonade. Man, I want to go to their like factory, to be honest. Like this is really good. 4.5% ABV.
It's a little on the low side, but
is it?
Yeah, White Claws I think is like 5%, right?
The gag is we compare everything to White Claw. I fucking hate White Claw. But it's just people just know it.
Because, I mean, we like grew up with it, basically. So
we grew up. It's only been out for like 4 years.
But no, like that was the thing to have at every party. Like, that's when like I feel like they kind of like grew seltzers into what they are now,
No, totally. No artificial flavors, colors, or sweeteners. We can definitely tell. It has tequila, real juice, sparkling water, natural flavors, sparkling water, tequila, agave nectar, lemon juice, concentrate, orange juice, concentrate, oak extract. How do you do that?
Extract that out?
How do you extract oak?
I was thinking they sit there with like a
natural
glass and like wood chips and start lit it on fire.
No, like a old fashioned or whatever it is.
Exactly,
Okay, I'm giving this a 5. What do you think?
Yes.
It's 1 to 5.
1 to 5?
Yeah. 5 being the best, 1 being not the best.
I'll give it a 4.7.
Oh, okay. We love that.
4.7,
And, we are well-versed because we were on a bender this weekend.
Oh, my God. The bender that we went through. Oh.
Which the irony, because I don't really, and it's funny because I'm like, oh my God, this guy's probably going to think I'm like just doing ragers all the time. I'm like, really not. Like, I rarely go out these days.
No, it was amazing how we met though. Like,
tell him.
So basically I got to the party and
we were both, we don't know what party. We went to a Halloween party. Hello, it's Halloween. Yeah. And, it's actually Halloween 1 because next week is Halloween 2.
Yes.
And people are freaking out like which weekend is Halloween. I'm sorry that you didn't get the memo. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, sorry. But yeah, okay. So I'm a +1 to like their friends.
Huge mega party that he's been planning for like weeks on end. Like
it was amazing.
Like text
it was amazing.
every week. Like, hey, let's go. And I'm like, awesome. So I show up. She's in the elevator with her friend. And we like kind of like she's wearing her costume. I'm wearing a costume too.
No,
but I literally,
wait, by the way, you like darted past us in the lobby and you looked like you were in a bad mood.
I walk quick. I walk so quick. And I was mad because of, if you live in Houston traffic at any given point on 45 is just crazy. And it was just like, I was irritated because of that. People were kind of freaking out because of the party, like, just stressed out because of things, It's life, everyone's stressed out nowadays.
Yeah.
So I was like, mind you, I was sober too, and I showed up because everyone was like, no, don't drink because we're going to have so much alcohol. I'm, okay, cool. So I get there, and I'm just like darting past the front door people. I'm darting past like anybody in my way. I'm like, I want to get to this party. I need a drink now. So then I finally get my drink in, I asked, like, we started asking what are our costumes, like, what are you wearing? What am I wearing? I couldn't piece hers together at all.
The way that Gen Z doesn't know shit about the 90s is just really sad. It's like a lost art.
You're not wrong. Because I had no idea. I should have known. And you can tell me what your costume was.
Yeah. So I went with my friend Danny and his friend. He was Jack Dawson from Titanic. His friend was the Door. And I was Rose. And I have to say, thank God he did have the necklace because, like, without it, you really, like, the necklace tied it together.
Yeah.
I was freaking out because he tells me 24 hours. I'm, like, getting nasal drip, post-nasal drip. Like, I'm feeling it. He tells me, like, 24 hours prior that he's like, hey, I need you to be in a throuple with us. Like, you can be, like, Rose. And I was like, fuck, I'm heartbroken. I don't want to be Rose. Like, I was like, how can we make Rose hot? And he's like, just wear a blazer. And I was like, oh, period. Yeah, let's like do that. Also, I have to say, I went to Skims to get like, because I was like, I'm not going to wear anything under it. But like, I wanted like I wanted more like a butt underwear versus like shorts. They didn't have any that were like not sheer. So I was like, whatever, let me get the shorts. Bitch, my dumb ass, I'm looking at photos. I'm like, I could have just worn biker shorts.
You literally told me that too. And I was like,
I spent like $30 on some fucking Skims. I did get 3 for $36. I actually got 4 pairs of Skims. Because I can't just buy one.
But how's the quality? Was it great? Was it?
Yeah, it was nice. I'm sure my dog will eat it.
Oh my God,
So,
the dog eating it.
And I'm also thinking, I don't even know where I put the Skims when I took them off. I hope she didn't eat them because really, like...
You'll find out when you get home.
I sure will.
I'm like, hey, Kim. Kim's over there on the floor. Over there, over there, over there. There's bits and pieces over here. Like, just Skims all over the floor. Love it.
Penelope approved. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So, yeah, the party was super fun. Your friend, the host, went as Regina George's mom.
Oh, my God. That was so
everybody's
epic.
costume, like, really slayed. I just can't believe that nobody really got mine, which was fucking weird, but whatever. I think one guy over 30 got it. Like, that was it. Mermaid Man got it.
Mermaid Man got it.
He was the only one.
I didn't get it. And you had me guessing, too. You were like, okay, well, guess what we are. So I look at all 3 of y'all, and I'm like, it's giving the Castaways.
Castaway, like with Tom Hanks?
The musical.
Oh, my God. No, I don't know what the Castaways are.
The reason why I know that is because I played it in middle school. So that's the only reason why I knew about it. But...
like the song that's like on TikTok, it's like the Castaways.
I think so.
Or whatever.
I think so. I think it was like a musical Broadway thing, but I gotta go more into depth and see like what it was. But I was 6 when I was playing the character, so I'm not gonna remember.
Wow,
I didn't remember.
So you remember
Titanic either.
Yeah, I was gonna say you remembered when you were 6, but you didn't remember Titanic. That's okay. We blacked out a little bit, I guess. So yeah, that was really fun. We actually had like super fun time. Then the next day we. I guess I was in a manic episode. I have no idea. But we ended up going to brunch.
Yeah, we went to a place called Piggy's here in Houston.
So good, actually.
I've been there. I love it.
Actually, don't go. It's always crowded.
Outside,
we don't need more people to go, actually.
No,
it's not that great.
It was, exactly.
Music sucks.
Playing the same song on repeat.
Yeah.
But we went there. We started off there. And then, where did we go after? Because I completely forgot.
We were like the Heights. And you know what? I love that because after the party, or like during the party, whatever, like, well, when it was like, the Darty and the party, you were both like, let's go to the straight bars. And I was like, yeah. And then we'll end at the gays.
Yes.
Totally.
Yeah.
I didn't make it to the gay bars both night, but we ended up going to the Heights and just kind of bebopped around.
We did bebop.
And where is everybody?
I mean, it was like a 4 or 5 p.m. like on a Saturday, which I don't expect much people to go out at that time. There's a few people here and there, and then the game was going on too. So
Oh,
it was very much
the game.
It was very much a straight like atmosphere. It was very like,
Remind
come
them
on,
the
bro.
game.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, remind them the game that was playing.
Oh my God, A&M versus
LSU.
So it was very just bro-y everywhere.
And I have to say, I think the last time, or maybe not A&M, but last year around this time, the LSU game happened because remember I met that guy who looked like John Mayer, if you go back like episodes, and the guy that looked like Madison LaCroix's husband, that was like around the same time last year. Just random guys, and they like sent my episode out, and I was like, "Thanks for the muse," you know what I mean? But he like didn't want to talk either. Ugh, whatever. Anyways, yeah. But I guess everybody was actually out of town for the game.
They were at the actual game itself because we're so close to College Station, and we just you can easily just drive up there
if you have a car.
That is true. Very true.
So, I don't know. Some people might take the Amtrak.
The Amtrak, or what's the other one that's in Florida?
In Florida,
the Bright Line, but they don't have that here. But
the Von
Lane, or the Greyhound.
The Greyhound. You could also hitchhike,
or even do an Uber. It might cost you like $300.
You could do an Uber
all the way to Dallas.
So I don't know how people got there, but they did.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't been since like, years.
I have to say, right.
Since years.
And can I say you're much younger than I?
Yeah.
And you haven't been in years.
I haven't been in years. And
yeah,
I would go occasionally with my friends and just, hit up Northgate. But, that's like,
will you?
That's like,
will you?
Right now, in day and age? No, not right now. No, I'm grown. No, I don't do that no more. I go to, a nice cocktail bar, do my thing there, and that's it, and go home. Except this weekend.
Right. I feel like it was a bad impression for both of us. I'm like, fuck, don't get excited about all this. It's been seeing on Twitter, which mind you guys, I'm kind of embarrassed because like on Twitter, I was looking at the wrong tab the whole time because like I didn't have Twitter for a while. And then I like re-got it and it like died down, whatever. Like now it's back. I guess it's always been back, but whatever. But they have like a following and like a For You tab, and I was like always looking at the following tab, and I'm like, why am I seeing the same Bravo memes over and over? Because it's the same shit I was just following. But anyways, they were posting, like it's just going around the news circuit that there was like so many people in College Station this weekend, and I'm like, look, I get it, it's for a big game, but like, babe, leave college in the past. Like, I don't know, maybe I didn't go to college. I did go to A&M for a second.
Yeah.
I didn't go to A&M, but I went somewhere in College Station for a second.
Yeah.
I went to Blintner Garden.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed.
Blintner Garden.
Because I know somebody's going to be like, some sleuth is going to be like, this bitch.
She's going to go down to your LinkedIn and see like she didn't go to
Yeah, she didn't go to A&M. But whatever. Yeah. I got the gist. And I mean, it's like, I don't know. Like, I don't, at 30, almost 2, I don't really want to party with like juveniles.
No, because that's not a thing. No. Like, don't, at this day and age, no. There should be like
what's fun about that? I just have to say, I'm sorry, I can't wrap my mind around it because other people were tweeting and like they like other people were posting on social media that they like went to the game and then they went home.
Yeah, but like at our age, my age, going back to doing that is not it's not okay, in my opinion. Like,
and the way that I would probably just fight like a bunch of people.
Yeah, because you're dealing with a bunch of drunk 20-year-olds or underage people.
Underage
that are just like getting batshit at the barracks or at the cottages, just just getting shit faced.
The cottages, the Woodlands.
The Woodlands. No, the Woodlands is.
I know the Woodlands was kind of classy. We never had parties.
No, but the Woodlands gives college vibes too.
No, I'm talking about the Woodlands of College Station.
Oh my God, there's one over there. Like.
No, it's like called an apartment. Yeah, it's an apartment complex called the Woodlands. That's where I lived.
This is how I don't even know, because in my time, it was just the barracks and the cottages.
I do remember. The cottages, I think, were right next door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to a few
I'm
parties.
like, did I live in the cottage? No, I didn't live in the cottages. I don't even know where the fuck I lived. College was a blur for me. It was a really blacked out time. a lot of trauma there. We won't get into that. But speaking of trauma dumping, I have a question for you. And I know I'm like being a dead horse. I don't give a fuck, bitch. Okay? I really don't. I really fucking don't. Because I think it's like things that need to be said and need to be processed. And on that note, I will be taking another sip as well.
We're going to take a sip.
Cheers.
Cheers.
My friends are great. Okay, my friends really are great because like they listen to me rant and rave and bitch and moan 24/7. Okay, I get it. I'm like insufferable. Okay, like whatever. I know my flaws. But What I can't seem, I'm not hung up on this situation that I talked about last week about this situationship that I didn't know was a fucking situationship, okay? I'm hung up on like the act of like love bombing and then ghosting, like so severe. Like, I don't think that's ever happened to me before. And I think I can't, like, that's what I'm having a hard time processing.
It's just like when someone pours all their love into you and like the things you do
And like,
you like, you know, and just to like ghost you the next day.
No, and like literally said I love you and then ghost the next day, babe. Like, I know that it wasn't real love. Like, we could have just skated on past that.
Yeah.
But it's like now you're like reeling it back and I don't know anything about love bombing, it seems.
Ooh, love bombing. It's just like they make you feel the most important and perfect person.
Oh, you said you've done it before, right? What's your experience?
I guess I have done it to a few guys here and there, but like...
Mind you, you're a Leo.
Mind you, it's like happened like maybe once or twice to like 2 different guys in the past 2 or 3 years.
But did you mean it?
I never said I loved you. I would just give them all my attention in the world and like I would like talk to them. We'd hang out constantly for like say a week straight. But at one point in time, this is what my problem was, is I started to get annoyed and there's just icks. There was icks in something that he would do and it just gave me an ick and I'm like, no, I can't do this. Like, and then I did ghost and I did just like completely ignore them. I didn't block them or anything like that. You know, I'm not that serious about it or anything. But I just...
Why?
It's not them. They're not the problem. It's me. Obviously, I know that.
Thank
you know, and I'm still trying to work on that, you know?
But why instead of talking to them about the icks or like having a conversation, were you just like, ew, I don't like the way they like drink their coffee?
I think it's just more of an embarrassment. I don't want to like...
For you or for them?
It's for me because I don't want to like talk about my feelings because I don't want to seem like that, you know? Some guys are like that, you know? They don't want to talk about their feelings and it's just very much just like... They feel embarrassed in a sort of type of way, which is, you know, that has something to do with me too.
I actually cannot relate to that because I love talking about my feelings and I love being in my feelings. And I feel the most empowered when I'm like talking about feelings and like connecting with people and, you know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like listening to music and poems and TV and movies. And like, I love art in all of its forms. And so yeah, I absolutely cannot relate to this, but I obviously can empathize. Okay, that's interesting. So yeah. Embarrassed to talk about feelings because it's like, you don't want to be seen.
It's a soft side. Like you don't want to show someone like that.
Like you're giving your power away? Yeah,
I'm giving like my power away. And I don't know. That just has something to do with me, you know?
Okay, I got it. Well, I didn't mean to make it heavy. That's what I'm just kind of like,
I can't speak on other people. I don't know what's going on their head. I don't know. It's just like...
No, I'm learning. I'm listening and learning.
Yeah.
I'm listening and learning. And you know how they say that, you know, he didn't really like you if he still follows you? Well, I'm on the verge of being blocked. And I love that.
Oh my God. This one time I had this guy just like looking at it. His name was W. I don't know if it was a guy. I don't know if it was a girl. But it just so hard started happening with me and all my friends. And then I never said anything about it because I was like, I don't know who this person is. I don't know who it is. Then maybe they're just creeping. But then my friend's like, hey, this person's been watching my shit too. And I'm like, and then my other friend's like, hey, this person's been watching my stuff too. And I'm like, yo, who is this person watching our things? Like they're creeping on our stories every weekend, occasionally during the week, and we could never find out.
Maybe it was the guy you got a nick about and ghosted.
Probably, but...
Do you ever feel bad and you just want to like come back years and apologize?
I do, but I have a huge ego, and I don't want to do that. I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn Leo.
You know what? Yeah. Speaking of the years later, they always come back years later. This is so fucked up. I don't know if I've talked about this story before. This one guy who I was also like really obsessed with, this I really sought help for. I was like, hey, you're doing Molly on a Thursday. Why do I think this guy is... No, Molly on a Thursday
at Clutch
Bar. Like at Clutch Bar.
Babe, at least like do it at the bathroom at at pretty no, not
or just any club, like a rave, a Bauhaus,
yeah, like something,
like,
but like
Stereo Live, like
Thursday,
anything.
Like,
I'm sorry, you're doing Molly. You might as well be at like your fucking local. your local brew. You know what I mean? Okay, anyways. And I was like, oh my God, no. Mind you, I have to say, this was like peak COVID. So like we were all a little disoriented, fucked up in the head. And I had been by myself, literally isolated for 7 months. I started working at this restaurant because I was like, damn, I got to get out of the house. Dude, I got like really bad social anxiety. Yeah. It was like a whole thing, actually. I don't know. That's not where I'm going with the story, but that was like a whole thing, like COVID. Anyways.
I think it fucked all of us up.
Okay,
literally.
well, so please give me grace is what I'm saying. But I was like, okay, and mind you, the sex was nothing of the sort with this guy. And I was like, oh my God, I love him. He drives an Audi and he has a house. At least he had a house and a car. Oh my God, I'm literally like, you know, but then he did Molly on a Thursday. So I don't know. But anyways, he came back like years later, I don't know, like 2 years later or whatever, and was like, hey, I just want to say I guess he was doing like some 12-step program or something, but with church.
Oh, we love a Jesus moment.
Okay, and he goes, I've literally had to come to Jesus moment, and I just have a lot on my conscience, and I just wanted to say I never liked you, and I always used you.
What? That is crazy.
I was like, oh, okay. Like, I didn't need to know. I was like, I already knew. Like,
using you is crazy.
Admitting it is 3 years
like,
later.
Bitch, are we in LA? Like,
no,
fuck,
yeah, like admitting it 3 years later is crazy. Like,
hey, props to him for being honest, you know. But like, come on, 3 years later.
I don't know.
Are you kidding me? 3 years later, like you're gonna tell me that? Like, babe, grow some balls. Come on.
Yeah, like I don't know.
Oh my God, appreciate the honesty, but fuck.
I literally said, I don't even know what I said. I don't know if I said like okay or like.
You probably told him he had like a small dick or something.
I wish I would.
He got his ego broken.
I really should have said like, sex was nothing of the sort for me to be that insane. I went to therapy. Don't worry. Like, you're fine.
You're fine.
Yeah. Like, no need to be like upset. Like, take me off your list. Yeah. Anyways, that was crazy. Oh, we learned a new word this weekend.
Oh, we did. Oh my God. I love this new word.
I love the new word too.
I love it.
Do you want to say it?
I want you to say it, and then I'll repeat it.
The word of the day is litigious.
Oh, litigious. We got to give you the good definition.
Yeah.
of it.
Okay, you give the definition. Do you guys know what that means?
Some of our viewers know what it means.
Yeah, they're probably smart.
Okay, so litigious and unreasonably prone to go to law to settle a dispute. So it could be like a minor inconvenience, like Chick-fil-A.
I'm calling the police.
Like Chick-fil-A didn't give me 2 sauces when I asked for it. They only gave me 1. Litigious.
Calling the manager.
Calling the manager right now. I
have to say, my friend told me, she was like, I don't know what I was doing the other day. I was like ranting about something and she was just cracking up and I was like, what is funny? And she was like, one word that I would describe you as is litigious. And I was like, she's like, do you know what that means? And I was like, no, but it can't be good. And she's like, it's not great. And she was like, it's an unreasonable, or it's a person who like unreasonably escalates situations and like calls the police.
It's like frat dudes.
What did you say?
Like frat dudes.
No, what did you say? Like, my dad's gonna sue you.
My dad will sue you. Like, do you know who my dad is? Like, half the guys at A&M. Like, my dad will sue you. Like,
and you cheat. Absolutely,
that
you
part,
cheat.
That part.
Unfortunately, I do think that's me. It's not a great quality. I have to say, every time I've called the police, they've never come.
That's Houston for you. That'll take like 3 hours just to come for anything.
Yeah, so that's why I call all the time. I'm like, come for something. You know what I mean? Like, tax-paying dollars for somewhere. I have to say, unfortunately, I do think I get it from my mom. So, yikes. I'm working on it, but that's really funny. I love that.
Litigious.
McDonald's is having this E. coli outbreak.
Oh my God, I saw that happening and I was
I have to say, I never, I always get, like when I was younger, I always got a quarter pounder. Yeah. And then, but now most of the time I get just 10-piece chicken nugget. Chicken nugs.
Too.
I literally, the day that it came out, like the day before it came out, I woke up to like the news of being like, E. coli found in quarter pounders. No, I literally had just gotten a quarter pounder that night. I don't have it anymore.
Okay, good.
Yeah, but I mean, I never had it actually. But I could shit. You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah.
could lose 10 pounds.
And I think that was only just happening like up in like the north side of like the
Yeah,
United States. It wasn't happening
like in Denver,
Texas.
thank God.
They like isolated the issue and was like, oh, this came from like Taylor Farms in like California, and it's only a certain batch. So that's I guess,
Oh wow,
good.
you knew more than me.
No, I read into it because I was just like, I love the chicken tendies there, the chicken nuggets there, and I'm just like,
Same thing.
and then apparently I think one person died. So that's
Oh
kinda
yeah,
sad.
one person did
And
die.
I'm like, oof.
How do you die from E. coli?
That's a very good question. Didn't Chipotle like have a scandal about that? Like when they first opened?
Oh yeah,
They
because
did, yeah.
wait, when they first opened, they're like in the 90s. No,
Oh, so no, like a few years ago.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
they had E. coli outbreak like on their lettuce and their meats, I think, right? Or so, and then
Yeah.
now they're like, oh, it's farm fresh. Like, remember?
Babe, oh my god, I'm scared.
Mm.
But then that's anything with food nowadays, especially like
Which actually, I had Chipotle today for dinner.
ooh, that sounds good.
Did you see that podcast with Nick Cannon recently?
I
Actually,
did.
is it recent or is it old and it resurfaced?
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know either, but basically he was talking about how Mariah Carey was like this alpha on her shit, didn't need anything from him but just love, and he like fucked with his head, quote. And he basically like didn't know how to handle himself and he got like really insecure. And then he was like, and then we had kids and then the kids and then this and that. And he was like, I don't need you. And then, you know, blah, blah, blah. So basically I mean, it's not Mariah's fault at all, but like she sent him into a spiral and now he has like 16 baby mamas and 42 kids.
62 is fucking crazy. How is that gonna make you go into a spiral and have like just drop kids everywhere? Like it's a fucking nest at a bird. Like no, like are you like no?
Not
like,
Nick
come
Cannon being a
on.
bird.
Babe, that's
I
what
mean,
it's
no,
giving. Like
No, literally, because he's got to go from this nest to that nest. And what's going on with him and Brie? Like, from Selling Sunset? Are they together or not?
well, that was like a few years ago that I heard about that when that Selling Sunset episode came out and like all the girls were
Yeah,
really
but
talking
they're
about
still
it.
together.
Damn.
I think they do TikToks and shit.
Shit, Nick Cannon. No, Nick Cannon. Who knows how long that will last?
The dick can't be that good.
You can't. How tall is he? He's like, how short is he?
I don't know.
I don't know. He's just giving very much twink, and I don't.
Oh, twink, yeah.
Yeah, that's a new favorite word.
Okay.
Other one.
The Abercrombie and Fitch ex-CEO was arrested for sex trafficking.
Oh my god,
Did
I
you-
did see that.
Did
yeah.
you watch that Netflix
documentary?
Hot White, The Rise and Fall of Abercrombie?
I saw like half of it, and then I started them in Menendez Brothers. So
Oh, I have to say, unfortunately, it was so good and nostalgic. And I was like, I had to go back and delete my tweets actually as I was like real time tweeting because I was like, oh my God, I love it. Because you know, it always starts you on like a
Yeah,
high.
yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this brand, like so proud. So proud of this. Well, it is. I am actually proud of the brand now because it's a female CEO and they've like really turned around the brand. Like, I'm actually an affiliate for them. Anyways, but the documentary was fucking wild. I mean, we literally saw it coming miles away because they were talking about how the models would get like sexually exploited.
Yeah,
And it's disgusting.
It's basically the Diddy back then. No, Diddy was still a thing too. Probably. I don't know if they were.
Yeah,
combined or not.
Epstein. He was friends with Epstein, I think.
It was basically kind of like the same thing that's going on right now with Diddy. Like he was basically. These guys were like, you know, I don't know how old they were. They were like probably in their teens. Like,
No, I
the
think they were like
models.
over 18. No,
you think so?
Oh, well, actually,
Maybe,
I don't know.
Probably like 18 to like 25. You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah, totally.
And like they had to do things to like, you know, get up there and be like, you know, a top model or whatever. Like I think I saw this interview with this one guy. I think his name was Jeff. No, not Jeff. It was this one guy. I gotta find out who it was. But he was just basically talking about it, like how he felt like he was pressured to like do things and like to make it to like the next cast, to like make it like on, you know, the cover of it, you know? And it was just fucking crazy. I'm just like what's going on in this world nowadays, you know?
What is going on? Like Hollywood is falling.
Phew. The whole Diddy thing going on right now too. Like
It's so bad. Former Abercrombie and Fitch CEO Mike Jeffries was arrested on federal charges related to sex trafficking, according to multiple reports. Also charged was Jeffries' partner, Matthew Smith, as was an alleged middleman, according to the sources. This case is reportedly out of the East District of New York. Jeffries was center of a scathing documentary. Oh, Abercrombie, guys, The Dark Side of Cool. Oh, I never watched that one. But he got fired for all of the... I don't know if he
the allegations that came
resigned.
out.
Yeah, I don't...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I guess it was over 10 years ago, so that was actually semi-recent, to be honest.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, another one bites the dust. Another one in the fucking Diddy, Jeffrey Epstein trifecta. Like, I don't know what's going on. How do you feel about the Beyonce?
what were the
Like people saying that like you have to thank Beyonce when you get awards so you'll be safe.
I mean, she has a lot of influence in the industry, and I do believe like some of it's true to an extent.
No, like she's like
Yeah.
offing people is what they're alleging.
Like killing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh.
I don't think that.
I don't think that.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a thing.
but I knew what you're
Maybe
saying
she'll
about
like,
the influence.
I'll end your career, like type shit, which is like probably what she's doing, her and, Jay-Z. But like, I don't think she's killing people, like that's just kind of bizarre and like probably a rumor.
How do rumors start? I just think personally for me, when I start a rumor, it's always the truth.
Yeah.
For me, I always spread the truth.
Well, there's other people who just are bored with their lives and just rather talk shit.
They just like make shit up.
Exactly.
Do you watch any of the Housewives?
I do and I don't. It's been a while, but I haven't seen any of them recently.
I'm not caught up, but Tamera Judge of Real Housewives of OC said on her podcast, Two Teas in a Pod with her and Teddy, boring ass Mellencamp, that Tamera is diagnosed with autism after one therapy session.
First of all, I didn't know that doctors can do that. I didn't know that they can just, yeah,
after one therapy session that you can just be like, you're autistic.
He's trying to get the money and just call it
literally
quits.
like
Babe,
that.
you're diagnosed. Like
they need to like report them to the bar or the
bar of like
the medical the medical bar board or whatever the fuck, because there's no way that she. I mean, I don't want to be all like, oh, she doesn't have autism. I don't know. I just know that you can't be diagnosed after one fucking therapy sesh.
I think it honestly probably has something to do that's deeper, and she's trying to cover her ass.
Yeah, and she just lacks empathy. She's probably a little bit of a narcissist, and whatever. She's not having a great season.
Yeah,
she's on Shannon's ass about her DUI and everything like that, and siding with Alexis. I think I'm not watching it, so I'm getting like bits and pieces from social media. So don't quote me, but yeah, I just think she needs like a storyline, unfortunately. And now she's like saying that she has autism.
Get renewed.
No, and then like literally you say that you have autism and then you turn off all your comments. And like I saw the clip where she like said it. She's like, Teddy, I have something to say. And she's like, what, Tam? And she's like, I'm diagnosed with autism. I know. Don't say anything. I'm gonna cry.
Oh my God. So it's so scripted. It's very typical Hollywood shit,
It was so scripted. So I don't know.
Autism, come on, that's kind of fucked. Don't do that.
It was so fucked. And I honestly I need to go back and like rewatch and catch up on Real Housewives of OC, to be honest with you, because it's so good. It's superior. Really? I haven't watched I didn't ever finish Real Housewives of New York, the reboot. It's so bad. I don't care. And apparently they're having like a bad season, like they're in their flop era.
Yeah.
So whatever. So I need to go back and like rewatch like the good ones.
There's too many cities, and I'm just like, man.
Well,
I can't keep up with all of them. Like, they're gonna make a Houston one next, like next week. Probably.
They're actually not, because they've tried, and like Houston won't let you film here. Isn't that ghetto?
Why?
I don't know. Like a lot of businesses like won't let you film here, so it's like so hard to like go places. We're the
4th largest city. Like,
I know.
We need to have something.
I know. Speaking of other cities, they're doing a Real Housewives of London. Bitch, I can't wait for that. I'm excited about. That I'm like, let me get my visa, green card, whatever the green card is equivalent to the UK, and fucking go over there.
I want to hear the accent. I want to hear them yelling. I want to hear the accent. It's going to be so fun.
Well, they do have Real Housewives of Cheshire or something. I was watching it when I was in the UK.
Yeah.
And oh my God, it's so good.
The lore is good. The lore is good.
The lore is good. The lore is good. And then, it's like very niche, like British stuff.
Proper, like very proper, like,
And they're like, and they do say that. They're like, a proper date.
Oh, I want to hear it.
Oh, you're dressed proper. Oh. It's a proper fit.
It's a proper fit.
And we're proper fit, yeah?
It's Tuesday, ain't it?
It's Tuesday. Oh, Tuesday.
Come on.
Thanks. You say the TH with an F. Thanks, me love.
What's the other one they say? Do I fancy you or something like that?
Oh yeah, fancy. I didn't get the fit. I have gotten a fancy before from a guy, but I mean from a British guy. Not like while I was there though.
I love that. We need to find some British men in Houston.
Oh, I'm a magnet actually, so I'll help you. Yeah, I do love the Brits. And they love me. Thank God. I'm like, get me out of here. Let's blow this joint. Okay, what about this class action lawsuit with the jewel?
Oh my God. So I read this the other day and, it just popped up on my Fury page. I have a really weird Fury page, but it just like.
You've built it brick by brick.
I did build it brick by brick. It's like, yeah, we're not going to talk about it, but I literally it just popped up like, oh, like I got $10,000 from this class action lawsuit. And I'm like reading into it and I'm like, what's going on? So apparently like there was like class action against Jewel because they were marketing to, the younger age. So they were like, introducing the flavor pods and doing all that. So then they like got a class action from it because they didn't reveal something about something. I might need you to look this up.
Okay, let me look it up.
Just I don't want to get my info like not straight.
We want to give the facts here, although we are always not giving the facts.
But basically, like I saw everybody was getting like $10,000 like
dude, that's so much.
Like, how are you getting the $10,000 settlement? And like it was kind of sketchy how they were getting it too, because they were getting it on like Venmo, and I'm like, wait, like what's going on? Like, yeah, everybody was just getting like their settlement money, and I'm like, babe, I should hop to the train on that.
No, you shouldn't have.
No free 10K.
I mean, that is a fuck ton,
dude. And I'm a heavy vapor too, and I've been with like Juul back then. Like, oh my God,
the lawsuit alleged that Juul products such as vapes and flavored nicotine pops were unlawfully marketed to minors, and the public was misled about their addictive properties. That is true because they said that they were healthier than nicotine.
They did say that.
Yeah, they did say that.
So that's probably what got me on the Juuls, and I'm like, now I'm over here with the geeks.
Yeah, that's crazy. You like leveled up. And then the guys with the big juicers. And now they're having.
That's crazy. Yeah.
No, and did you see that they're having like vape competitions with that now? Like literally they stand back to back and they inhale it, and then they have to like make stuff with their like crazy, like the 3-prong. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
The 3-prong?
Like the 3-prong coil where they like,
yes.
they add the juices in it. And I'm like,
yes.
oh my God.
Way too much. Also, on that note, the government is coming for everybody who took out a PPP loan.
Yeah.
They're getting like right and left, like jail. Thank God I didn't do that.
Well deserved. I mean, like you're gonna start a fake business and claim that you have 10 employees and like that you're like you're about to go bankrupt and you get over here getting free PPP loans to go buy a Louis Vuitton. No, babe. About time the government did something right.
It really is.
Yeah.
How do you feel, since you said you watched the Menendez brothers documentary the other day, how do you feel about them potentially getting resentenced?
Oh my God, all for them.
Oh, really?
All for them.
You're for it?
Yes. I mean,
why are you for it?
Because it's just like, you're
like time has passed, whatever.
Time has passed, like.
They blew their parents' face off, like NBD.
Yeah, casual.
I don't know. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like on the fence because it's like, I don't know about. I don't think the sexual abuse was false, but I don't know, dude. I don't know. But they got life, and then all of a sudden you just don't get life. My thing is if they do get resentenced and they get out on parole, or however however shit works, like and they're out and they're free, and whatever. What is this going to do to the future of the judicial system for people who are given life sentences?
Yeah.
Like, oh, if enough time passes, like everybody will forget and they'll just love you and like move on? Or is it because they're like rich white guys from Beverly Hills and pastels? Like, I don't know.
I see what you're going with it. Like the further point of it.
Yeah, like where's the line drawn?
If it's okay for me to do it, like someone else can do it.
Someone else can do it.
I didn't see it from that perspective, but like I think if there's like a significant amount of proof that that's the shit that was going on inside the house, like, and it was really, really bad, like, I think it should be okay. But like at the same time, you got to be careful with everything nowadays.
But it's like the same with Gypsy Rose. It's like, she's getting glorified too. And, at the end of the day, these people, I'm not saying they could have just left like, oh, it's so easy to leave. But like, you literally could just like leave your parents' house, like eventually at 18. You know what I mean? And like never look back. And according to like the Ryan Murphy show, Lyle was like upset because he apparently got like, he thought that they were gonna get taken out of the will. They obviously didn't, because after they blew their parents' faces off, they went and bought like, on a shopping spree, Rolls Royce and Rolex. I'm so poor, I didn't even remember the name.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
That was like, come on.
I think two things can be true at the same time. I really think that they can be like psychopaths, and also they were potentially abused. Like, I think like they could be, because like that's not a normal reaction to go out and like buy Porsches and like.
Right after your parents, like you just offered your parents. And I'm seeing it now from a different perspective too. Like if you had so much money, why didn't you just go buy a house with your brother? And,
Or
like,
I mean, honest to God, why didn't you hire a hitman? Like,
True.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm just thinking it didn't really, and then the whole play of it all when Eric wrote the play or
the playbook.
The playbook, but then also they kind of mimicked it after like some movie that they saw or whatever. I don't know. I think they're super narcissists, and I think they're just rich, entitled assholes. But I also think that they potentially were abused. Like, I think two things can be true. I don't know about this recent instance. I need Kim Kardashian to like stay out of the fucking jails. Like, she's like, no, the Menendez brothers like need to come out.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I mean, she's just trying to use her power for good nowadays.
I mean,
in a way, to a certain way, you know.
And to be honest, like if it makes sense out of anybody, like I guess she would make sense as the most like lawyer out of the family. But like anybody in that family would make sense to be a lawyer. Like their dad was a great lawyer.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know great because he definitely lied about OJ, but allegedly. But you know.
We'll see what happens because they're about to get resentenced.
Yeah, I think this week, Friday, I think.
Yeah.
So after this comes out, we'll see what happens about it. Okay, and some other podcasting news. Brianna Chicken Fry and Zach Bryan broke up.
I just found out about this.
Like, are we surprised?
No, because I mean he's done the past in the past before, but
he literally cheated on his pregnant wife like as soon as he got famous. Like she was pregnant and she came up with him on the come up and he cheated on her. She left his ass good. And then he cheated on another girl that he dated. And now he cheated on Brianna Chicken Fry.
But didn't that happen like before with the other girl too, where he was like cheating and then that's how he was cheating on Brianna Chicken Fry with the old girlfriend.
Oh, really? Okay, that I don't know.
That's what I was hearing. That's what I was hearing too, but who knows? But
I don't think his music's that great. He's balding. He's not hot enough for it. I don't think I'm not a huge Zach Bryan fan. Immediately has bad energy in my opinion. That's just me.
My thing is like breaking up over someone so publicly over
that
Instagram.
Was crazy.
The girl had no idea. Like
he posted a story.
Kind of fucked. It was kind of fucked. Like you don't do that. You don't just like post a story. Hey, and she's like, I had no idea that he was gonna do this. Like you know, I kind of feel bad for her as much as a lot of people hate her for I don't know what reason. But
I think they're mad at her because she came for Grace the other day and like a couple episodes ago about Grace's sexual assault and she was shaming Grace because I think they've been best friends for like ever or something like that. I don't really know that much.
But just like so publicly like that, especially with the platform that you have like that, like that's not cool. Oh, and then
also him attacking Taylor Swift. Like I like shut the fuck up.
And then I also saw these Instagram messages from another girl. And she took a picture of her and Zach laying in bed. Yes.
Wait, okay, this is
new. This is
new?
Yeah.
Wait, this is what he said. Oh my God. What's happening?
And they posted receipts too.
This is what he said on the Instagram. Brianna and me have broken up with each other and I respect and love her with every ounce of my heart. He wrote in his Instagram story, she has loved me unconditionally for a very long time and for that I'll always thank her. And you said some girl posted stories with him when he was in the bed? When they were in bed together?
When they were in bed together and there was like a comment made where like, hey, like me and I want to say it was Bree. Me and Bree just moved out here. Like I want to keep this like on the low or something like that. I need to do my research on it because I need to see, but there was a picture.
It doesn't matter.
I want you to find the picture.
What should I type in?
I'll find it.
Okay, you'll find it. And then, you know, Brianna Chicken Fry was like, she posted a video saying like, oh my gosh, like I'm so blindsided. This is the first time hearing of this. And I mean, that does suck. It's honestly giving same boat. My sister in Christ. It's the first time I'm hearing about it too, that I was ghosted. You know, like, I just think these men really need to grow some balls. And I don't know. I just think like men literally need therapy. Like, I'm sorry to say it. Like, I'm actually not sorry because therapy is so great, to be honest with you. And I just think if more people went and like worked on themselves and could look at themselves in the mirror, and it's like, I don't know. Do you think I want to sit here in my fucking trauma either? No, bitch, I don't. But like, you got to pull yourself up by your bootstraps and like get it together and like face your fears and like move on and work through it. You know what I mean? Not like suppress it, not because it'll have you being bald at 35. It'll have you overweight. It'll have you in cardiac arrest. It'll have you with your fucking cholesterol through the roof. Like, I'm telling you, that shit will manifest in crazy ways.
And if it just keeps going, it's going to be a cycle, and it's just going to be like
it is going to be a cycle.
It's not going to be healthy at all, you know.
And then I'm like, at what point, especially like famous, right? Like, as famous, you have like articles written about you, and you're like, oh, this girl and this girl and this girl, and like now the whole internet is like making a meme about you of like, oh, like Zach Bryan's next girl, he's going to cheat on her, but we'll get a good album, like. At what point are you like, oh, yeah, I do that? You know what I mean? Or like, are you just like, no, it's not like that? Like, are you lying to yourself? Like, I really just want to know. I really just want to know.
Yeah.
Like, they're just not admitting anything. Whatever. All right.
We'll see what goes on. I mean, we'll see what new girl he picks and how long this one's going to last.
Pray for that girl. There was a Timothy Chalamet lookalike contest in New York City over the weekend.
So hilarious. I saw
somebody got arrested.
They did.
A little Timmy got arrested.
Because they wouldn't leave. Where were they? At Washington Square?
Yeah, I think so.
They were at Washington Square, and it was just a bunch of Timothy Chalamets everywhere. And then at one point, the real one was there.
Yeah, and he looked the least like Timothy Chalamet. I don't know if you know this, but there was this rumor that I heard when I lived in LA that I guess this is how rumors start. That, and this is all alleged. This is what I heard, that allegedly that he gave a lot of people at NYU chlamydia, and I love that. To be honest, I would totally get the clap for Timothy Chalamet. You can get rid of that. Also, I wouldn't have said that if I didn't hear him speak French. Have you guys heard him? That's a twink.
Really?
That's a twink.
No,
but have you guys heard him talk French? Oh my God.
He's not my type at all.
No, but he's speaking French, and he's like a great actor. He's a great artist. So I'm like, I get it.
Are him and Kylie dating?
They are still dating. I think it's like PR. There's no way she like
went from like Tyga to Timothy Chalamet. Like, how does that work?
Tyga, babe, that's old.
That was years ago, but like, I don't know.
I don't know. I'm actually kind of concerned. Like, I really hope she doesn't fuck up his career with the Kardashian curse, you know? I mean, no shade. I do like Kylie. I mean, she does her own thing, like whatever. I don't really like any of the Kardashians, but like, you know, like she does her own thing. Oh my God. Speaking of Kardashians, have you heard that Kendall Jenner is allegedly dating Joe Alwyn, Taylor Swift's ex-boyfriend?
No. Really?
Which is crazy because, you know, the whole Reputation era and, you know, the Kim and Kanye with the snake and the recorded.
Oh,
and then he has the fucking audacity. I never liked that guy. I'll tell you, everybody's like, oh, Joe. For 6 years, I was like, I don't like this guy for her. Am I her friend? Yes. No, like, I'm not, you know, whatever. Everybody's like, oh, Raya, you're such a hater. I'm not. I clocked his energy. I just think he's like a little snake.
Really?
And also, I watched that movie with him and Shailene Woodley. Oh God, something about letters to your ex, or lost love letters. Anyways, you guys know what I'm talking about. He was a psychopath and like beat her in that. And I was like, oh,
pause.
I think this is him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I don't know. I was just like, that's I know it's acting.
Yeah.
But I was like, I got a vibe. I got a vibe.
Like, you were too good at it.
Yeah,
like,
not that I'm not that I'm saying like I'm not accusing him of ever like beating anybody. It's definitely just acting, but I'm saying I caught a bad vibe from that guy, and I watched that movie and I was like, ugh, you know, so for 6 years I wrote it out. It's like when you're friends in like fucked up relationship. Anyway, so yeah, now allegedly he's dating Kendall Jenner because they were at I don't know, some gala together. And then they were at another charity event. And then he's been liking her posts. Girl, I don't know. For somebody who didn't like to be in the limelight, you sure have been spotted.
I mean, but then being her is kind of hard to like just do anything, you know? So of course she's going to get spotted anywhere. Even if she's like talking to someone for like 2 seconds. The next time they see her hanging out with that guy for 2 more seconds, oh my God, they're dating.
Yeah, I mean,
here comes TMZ with the news.
Yeah, I guess. Lindsay Lohan. She's coming out with a new Christmas movie, Our Little Secret.
Really?
It's with Ian Harden and Kristen Chenoweth too. So I'm excited for that. It's so good. Can't wait for Freaky Friday too as well. I've been talking about that a lot. But I really like that she's in her like Hallmark Netflix era. Like I think it's good.
It's good for her. She needs to get back into it. You know, she was so good in Mean Girls.
And her prize role.
In my opinion, as a gay, as a gay, Mean Girls was just like my livelihood. So like, that's all I really know her. And then Parent Trap too as well.
I remember I went to so it came out in 2004. I guess I was still in elementary, but I was like, oh my God, is this what high school is about? I was so into it.
Mean Girls?
Yeah, I was like, I can't wait. I can't wait to be a catty little bitch.
To get hit by a yellow school bus.
Yeah,
you know? Like,
it wasn't anything like that. It was worse.
No, dude, when I went to
the men were worse.
When I went to private school, that's how it was. It was so cliquey and so like very like
in Iowa.
In Iowa. I went to private school in Iowa and it was just very just cliquey like that. Like I couldn't find where I could fit into that any of the equations, especially in Iowa, being gay and Hispanic. Like it was very just nothing. But then I came to Texas and Southern hospitality is amazing. I made so many new friends. Yes, in my opinion, yeah.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's just because you're not from here. I don't really fit in here. Like really? I moved to LA and like, you know, I fit in there, but that was never like long term. Like I want to move, but I don't know like where to move. Like the only place I want to move to is like New York or London. It's like, fuck, I have champagne taste on a beer budget. You know what I mean? It's like, good God. It's like, and I'm not gonna move to New York and be poor. Like those days are behind me, you know.
What
like
about Austin?
Living in a club. No, it's like
really?
so try hard.
You think so?
I mean, I will like suck it up for Austin. To be honest, like if I absolutely had to, I don't think Austin's like bad. It's just a try hard LA, and like I always have bad luck there. Although when I just went, it was fun.
Chicago.
Well, I'm going for my birthday actually.
You do Chicago because it's like, I guess the New York of the Midwest, right?
Yeah, well, it's also really close to Canada.
Yeah.
So I love that. So I don't know. We'll see. TBD. I'm excited for New York. The Adele residency and her crying about Celine Dion.
Oh my God. I want to know what happened. Like, why was she crying about it? Like,
I think because it was
very emotional. You know, yeah, Adele's very emotional, but I want to know like the backstory. Was it?
I think. No, because like Celine had like a residency and then she had to quit. I think maybe Adele took over for her because her vocal thing. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Something. But now she's like better.
She did. She did the Paris Olympics, didn't she?
Yes. And she said yes. Oh my God, I cried. I have yet to watch her documentary. I can't. I'm scared.
No, you're gonna cry. Like there's this one clip of her where she was like, I don't want anyone to hear me like this. And I'm like, oh my God.
I watched the trailer and like it was enough.
I know. I caught up on that last night and I was like, I love Adele so much too, by the way.
Yeah. Did you go to her residency?
Yes, I went to her residency in Vegas and it was amazing.
Was she doing comedy?
She loves to cuss. That's what I love about her. She's like crazy. And her singing and oh my God. And I went and saw her on my birthday. So it was very special as well.
Nice. Oh, so you just went?
Yeah, in August of last year.
Oh, 23?
Yeah, 23. I didn't do anything this year, but
oh, I love that.
It was such a great atmosphere. It was amazing. I was crying, drunk, crying. And why were the drinks like $100 basically?
It's like I already paid and flew to be here.
Well, I flew there, but I didn't pay for the ticket.
Oh.
We got those for free.
Oh, I don't know. That's right.
Shout out random guy at the bar at the Aura Hotel.
So you just flew to Vegas for your birthday, and then you randomly, and then you randomly got. Oh my God,
Me and my
love
friend
that.
were at the bar. Her name's Brennan, and we literally were just like talking there, and we saw this guy like on his laptop, like at the bar at Fig and Olive at the Aura Hotel, or Aura, I don't know, but we were like, oh, I think that guy's working or whatever, and then out of nowhere, like he comes up to us and he's like, hey, so are y'all going to the Adele concert tonight? And I'm like, no, you know, like, and you know. He was basically just like asking and trying to get it out of us. And we're like, no. And he was like, well, I have 2 free tickets if you want to go. And I'm like, well, me and my friend were both like, what tonight? And mind you, Adele tickets are like $1,000.
Wait, really? No.
$1,000 and some change for 2 of them. Like $700-800 each.
Damn, dude. For the residency?
For 1 ticket to the concert. Mind you, and we were like kind of in the back too of the first floor. Yeah. And
So what did you have to do for these tickets?
we didn't do anything.
I love that because that happens to me all the time. And they were legit, right?
Yeah, they were legit. Like
Oh
I was
God,
like,
I
no,
love
there's
that.
no way. And my friend's like, oh, he sent them to the Ticketmaster. They're verified. And I'm like, oh shit. And I'm like, what do we
Maybe
have
he's
to do
just
with the
gonna
tickets?
go.
No, so he gave us a reason. He was like, oh, my friend, he bought them, but he has to go fly back to Mexico City because he has something he has to go deal with. We managed to sell 2 of the tickets, and we couldn't sell the other ones because the Ticketmaster window was closing to sell them. So that's how we got him, I guess. And then he's just like, oh, all he asks is send him a picture of y'all at the concert.
Oh, that's nice. Do you still talk to him?
No, my friend got his number. I didn't.
Oh, okay.
The girl, yeah, but
So he's not gay.
no, he's not gay.
Oh, there are some straights out there.
And we sat to this cute British couple next to us.
Oh,
and we made
I
friends
love
with them.
that. Wait, I love that. That's such a great
Yeah.
story. And on your birthday.
And on my
Did you
birthday.
tell him that it was your birthday?
I think we might have mentioned to it. I don't know. I got to reach out and see. but,
Maybe
like,
that's why he I mean, well,
I might have said something like that for him to be like,
oh, just give it to me. Yeah.
yeah. But
I love that. I've been to Vegas twice. All expenses paid. Didn't have to do
I
shit.
love Vegas.
And we went to like Hakkasan.
Yeah.
And I saw Calvin Harris. Unimpressed.
Unimpressed?
Yeah, it was just a lot of
You got to see them at a music festival. Yeah, no, that's how Vegas is. Like we went to win.
Yeah, I
went to
don't like the
Encore,
Vegas
and it's just like
part.
shh.
Yeah, it's just like,
I'm
and then
like,
it's like,
fuck.
here we go again. Like
My hair's like about to like swoosh back.
yeah, like
fuck,
what's
bro.
it's like SpongeBob.
Jesus. Like I'm like, fuck. Like, yeah, no. That's how Vegas is, but it's an experience,
Yeah.
But I'm really obsessed with Miami though.
Oh, Miami.
Miami.
What are you?
Miami. South Beach.
Oh, okay.
Gay Central, I guess.
I love that.
Other than DC.
Did you see the Dwayne Wade statue?
I did after you showed it to me. I was like, oh my God, I was crying.
It looked so bad.
It did look
He
so bad.
said, "Who is this guy?"
Who is this guy? Is crazy.
That was so bad. And now all the memes are putting him on his wedding photos with Gabrielle Union. It's so funny. It honestly looks like Lawrence Fishburne or something like that.
No, I literally saw it. And I
or
was
the guy
like,
from Reno 911. Is that Lawrence Fishburne?
I think so. It
I don't
might
know.
be. Sorry, I'm resetting my parking as well.
You're good.
Get towed. But I saw the picture side by side together, and I'm like, bro, come on.
Who is this guy?
But you got to think about it. It like had to run through like 20 different people for it to be approved. Like, how did nobody catch this?
I was watching Jack Mack on TikTok. He's the only Barstool guy that I like follow.
Yeah.
He is so funny, and he was like, yo, and honestly, like, he keeps me, like, sports relevant.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, oh, if there's, like, pop culture sports, I'll know, because Jack Mack. And he was like, so over the weekend, like, Dwayne Wade, like, had this reveal, and he was saying, he was like, Michelangelo literally, like, made this statue of, like, Roman whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, it's a lost art. It's a lost skill. Because literally, like, it does not look good.
It was from Miami, right? The
It's
city of
also
Miami?
like, Miami Heat.
Yeah.
And it's also like this, was it the same guy who did Cristiano Ronaldo or whatever his name is? The soccer player? That was so bad too.
I don't know, but I mean, I guess the purpose of it was supposed to be a statue. It's not going to be like a wax figure of them like the ones that they are.
I know, but it could be better. I mean, I guess like bronze is like hard to like, it's not malleable.
Yeah.
And then the last thing, dude, if there's a will, there's a way. I mean, everybody has a podcast these days. Armie Hammer, known cannibalist or alleged cannibalist, is now coming out with a podcast called Armie Hammer Time. Okay. He's going to be interviewing people with stories and kind of talking about his, like, lack thereof cannibalism and, like, his whole story. You know about the Armie Hammer thing.
I don't, but brief me on it.
Oh my God, really? Okay, long story short, he comes from a billionaire family.
Okay.
And he played the Winklevosses in Social Network.
Winklevosses, yeah.
You know who I'm talking about?
Yes, no.
Okay.
No, I do.
So anyways, he played that, and he, like, this girl, basically, he was married and he was cheating on his wife, Elizabeth Chambers, which, by the way, I've met at Armie Hammer, actually, and I spoke to his wife on the phone. Very nice. And I met Armie Hammer, very charismatic. He came into the salon that he used to work in.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, and also, like, yeah, very stunning. Like, very stunning. Like, whatever. Anyways, But this girl came out, Effie, her was House of Effie, along with a couple other girls, and they did a documentary, whatever, but they dropped this bomb on social media that he was like a cannibal and like wanting to eat them and like all these things. And it ended up, the cannibalism part wasn't like that true, but he did like kind of carve his initials like into them, and like, but he was like really like, it was like sexting but on another level. And he would be like, oh, I want to like carve my initials in your back and have your blood drip down and then use it as lube for anal. Like, it was like so graphic.
Oh my God, are these like, are these screenshots? And they are.
Yeah, I actually have an old episode. Well, now my external hard drive is corrupt, but I did like a whole shot episode about it like last year or whatever.
God.
But yeah, when this came out like peak COVID too. So then he like basically he got fired from acting. He like quit Hollywood and he like skipped to the Bahamas and sold timeshares. And now he's back wanting to get back into acting and doing a podcast. He was doing a circuit a couple of months ago. I saw he was on not Piers Morgan, maybe it was Piers Morgan. He was on like some show like that. David Letterman or no, what's his name? Larry King.
Larry King, yeah.
Some show like that he was like, they were like making him, this is recent too, they were making him talk about why he was You got me fucked up. You want me to explain my sex to you? No, I would die. I literally got fourth-hand embarrassment. Like, that was so embarrassing and cringy to watch. And, you know, he's like, no, like, you just, like, when you say, like, oh, the baby's so cute, I want to eat it, like, you don't mean literally. And I was like, oh, I kind of see his point, but we all took that literal, girl.
But don't say, yeah, because, I mean, that was the thing about him.
Like, you literally said, like, I want to rip out your, like, liver and eat it. Like, I don't know, like, shit like that. Like, that's a little... That does not turn me on.
No, especially, you're not beating the allegations. Come on.
Yeah, you're not beating the allegations.
Like, get it together, bro.
It was crazy.
Beat the allegations, you know?
Well, I'm definitely going to tune into his podcast, to be honest, because I need to hear at least like one episode to see what it's about.
Feel him. See if he makes another reference about
yeah, literally. He's just going to like explain like, no, this is what I meant by like blah, blah, blah. Oh my God.
I hope he
actually
like,
had nightmares
himself.
about it.
Did he explain himself about?
A little bit, but not like enough. And honestly, I don't even know if I like listened to the whole clip about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. But hopefully, I guess he's going to be explaining himself on Armie Hammer Time and also interviewing other individuals with their stories. I'm sure you could get like Jax Taylor on there or something.
Or you
like,
go to jail and go get Diddy, you know? Like,
yeah, Diddy.
Talk to him about what's going on.
You could get this Mike Jeffries guy on there. Like, whatever, you know? Like, from Abercrombie.
Crazy.
Anyways, Omar, let people know where they can follow you if you want them to follow you.
So on Instagram, you can follow me as simply_Omar_N. I post just mellow content on there, just chill, you know, fancy dinners, having fun, a little exercise here and there, and then maybe a darty here and there.
Maybe a rager.
Maybe a rager, but then I'll delete like 3 hours later because I'm like, no, this is not okay.
It's not on brand.
It's not on brand. But yeah.
I love it. Well, thank you so much for coming. Be sure to follow Coffee Meets Vodka anywhere you get podcasts and on YouTube at Coffee Meets Vodka and on social media, Instagram and TikTok at coffee.meets.vodka. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.